Hey, hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. This is Aili Bhattacharya, your study buddy, and today we are going to study geometry distribution of the chapter random variables. Right? At first, previous classes we already studied about Bernoulli distribution, and then binomial distribution, and then Poisson distribution. And today we are going to do the fourth type, that is the geometry distribution. All right. Now, how should I start this? What is geometry distribution? Basically, in the questions, when they are asking you about the number of failures before the first success, that is when you need to use the geometry distribution. All right. Now, see, for geometry distribution, as I already said, the x, that is a random variable, should be denoted as this only. Okay. Like, let me write it. The definition of geometry distribution, and I hope that you will write with me. Okay. So, write it like this: a random variable x. Okay, we will first denote what is the random variable. X is said to have a geometric distribution, a geometric distribution if it assumes non-negative values. Okay, if it assumes only non-negative values, only non-negative values. And for this geometry distribution, we have a PMF also, like the other distributions. Now, what should be the PMF of geometry distribution? PMF is written as probability of capital X equals to small x, right? So this will be equals to PQ to the power x. Now you need to remember this distribution's PMF, right? For every distribution, you need to remember the PMF and the parameter. For like Bernoulli distribution, the parameter was n, and for the binomial distribution, the parameter was n and p. Right, and for Poisson distribution, the parameter was lambda, and for this geometry distribution, the parameter is this p you can write, or q, whatever. Okay, because from, if you know the p, then you can understand what is the q, and if you know the q, then you can get what is the p, right? So here p is the parameter. Now see, for this p into q to the power x, this is the PMF of this distribution. Now here, what is this x denoting? X is running from 0, 1, 2, and it goes on till infinity, right? Because what was our condition? Our condition is that um, x should be denoted as the number of failures before the first success. A number of failures can be any number between 0 to infinity, right? Because we can continue doing the experiment until the first success comes. All right. Now here there is an important catch, that is this p should lie between 0 and 1. Now, as you can see here, that I have not given the equality sign in 0. Now, why p cannot be 0? This is very important, because what is p? P is the probability of the success. Now, if the probability of success is 0, that means there is no success in this experiment. Then what do you understand? Do you understand that this distribution is this is not meaningful, right? Because it is not holding any meaning, because we are not even getting a probability of the first success or any success at all. So yes, because this is the reason why p can never be 0. All right. Now coming to and you can also write, what does q here mean? Q means 1 minus p. All right. And 0 for otherwise. Is that understandable? That this is the PMF of geometric distribution. Now see, you can denote this like this, that x denotes here the number of failures, the number of failures before the first success. All right. Basically, you need to do what? You need to keep going until you get the first success for this kind of distribution. All right. Now, see, I have already discussed why p cannot be 0. And now we will come to an example where you can understand this problem, this type of problem easier. Okay. See, I'm writing the example. Example, let us say that the experiment is tossing a coin. tossing a coin. Now, if you toss a coin, what is the probability that you get a head or a tail, right? Now, there are two cases. Now, let us say that we are considering getting a head is our success. We consider that as our success. Now, let me write it. See, if we get a head, if we get a head in the first toss, suppose, suppose in the first toss we get the head only, and if we considering head as a success, then what should be the PMF? We already have discussed what is the PMF. It is P into Q to the power X, and X denotes here what? That is a number of failures before the first success. Now, in the first toss only here, in the first toss only we get the success. Okay, then how many number of failures are there? None, right? So this PMF will be P into Q to the power 0. All right, which is basically P. Now, coming to understanding what does this mean, and I'm writing it as a note, and you can also write it with me. See, as I've already discussed that in this notation, in this PMF, X denotes the number of failures before the first success. And then can you guess what will be the number of trials? The number of trials will be what? X plus 1, right? Because we are doing an experiment for a long time and we are getting the failures, okay? And once we get the success, we are stopping the experiment. Then how many trials are there? X plus 1, right? So X plus 1 will be number of trials. All right. Now, after all these things, we now need to find what is the mean of geometry distribution, right? Now, coming to that, mean of geometry distribution. Now, how do you calculate the mean? What is the mean in random variable? That is the expectation, right? So, if you write expectation of x, this is the formula for expectation. Expectation of x is the summation of x dot fx. Ranges of x, right? Now what is this x here? The x here denotes the value, the individual value. And what is fx here? Fx is the function of x, right? Function of x. Now here for this geometry distribution, what is the function? What is the probability mass function, which is the PMF? That is p q to the power x, right? And like this you will write the mean. Okay, sorry. Yes, we'll write it like summation of x dot pq to the power x, because this is the function of x, right? So this range is running from what? 0 to infinity. You have already decided that 0 to infinity, right? Yes. So write it x running from 0 to infinity. Now, if in the next step we take out 1p, what are we left with? Let us see. If we take out 1p, summation of x to the x into q to the power x, and x running from 0 to infinity. All right. Now, if in the next line we again decide to take another q out. Okay. Now here there are x number of q's, right? X number of q's. Now, if we take one q outside, then how many q's will be left there? That is q to the power x minus 1, right? So, let me write that is equals to pq summation of x into q to the power x minus 1. And x is running from 0 to infinity. Now, if you open this summation, then what do you get? Let us see what we get. P into Q, opening the summation. First, we need to put x is equals to 0 instead of this, okay? So it will be 0 into q to the power 0 minus 1. Whatever it is multiplied with 0, it will be 0 only, right? So we can write this as 0. So 0 plus, now if you put 1 here, then what do we get? 1 into q to the power 1 minus 1. This will be 0. So q to the power 0 is 1. So 1 into 1 is 1. So our last answer will be 1, right? Now like this, what will be the third term? That is for x is equals to 2. So for x equals to 2, what do we get? 2 into q to the power 2 minus 1. Here this will be 1. So it will be 2q, right? Q to the power 1 is q. So 2 into q. Alright. Now like this, it will go on like 3q square and it will go on till infinity. Alright. Now this is a pattern. This is a binomial expansion. Let me write, and you can also write it as a note. Okay. See, this is the note. This follows this binomial expansion. I'm writing it 1 minus x to the power minus 2 is equals to 1 plus 2x plus 3x square. And it goes on till r plus 1 x to the power r, and it goes on again. Okay. Now see this. Now look at this part carefully. Does this match this part? Right? This matches, right? So we can say that here I was using blue ink. Yes, so it will be what? P into q, 1 minus q to the power minus 2, according to this binomial expansion, right? So what is the next step? Now what is 1 minus q? 1 minus q is basically p, right? So you can write p into q, p to the power minus 2. Now what is minus 2? It means what? P into q divided by p square. Now what is, now if we cancel out the terms, p with this p, then we are left with q by p. And basically this is our mean. Okay, so we have derived the mean for geometry distribution. This is the mean. Now after this binomial expansion, you also need two more binomial expansions in this geometry distribution. One we need it right now, another that is for the problems you will face in your question paper. Okay, so let me say what are the binomial expansions, and you can write that as a note. Some more useful binomial expansion which you have already studied in class 11, but still I'm just reminding you it once. First is 1 minus x to the power minus 3, which is equals to 1 plus 3x plus 6x square plus 10x cube, and it goes on till r plus 1 into r plus 2 divided by 2 factorial, just x to the power r, and it again goes on. Okay, this is number 1 binomial expansion. And the next is 1 plus x to the power minus 2. Here we have used what formula? 1 minus x to the power minus 2, and now we are also learning what is 1 plus x to the power minus 2. Okay, see, yes, this will be what? This is coming in alternate of plus and minus. Okay, you will see that. See, this one is plus, this first term is in plus, then it will be minus 2x, then plus 3x square, then again minus. Okay, and it goes on till minus 1 to the power r plus 1, x to the power r, and it again goes on. All right. Why are we using this minus 1 to the power? Because this r can decide the sign of the term, right? Okay. Now coming to our next part. Like we have already done what is the mean of geometry distribution. Now we are going to study what is the variance of geometry distribution. Okay. Now see, variance. For variance, first we need to find the x factorial 2, expectation of x factorial 2, and then expectation of x square, and then from that we can apply that in the formula for variance, which is expectation of x square minus expectation of x whole square, right? So first let us start with what can we write as x square. Rewriting x square as x into x minus 1 plus x, right? And what is x factorial 2? It is x into x minus 1. Anyway, now coming, just this was a reminder for you. What is the meaning of these terms, okay? And how we are defining it, like this one, this part. Now see, if we want to find the expectation of x factorial 2, what is our the x's value? It is x into x minus 1. And what is the function of x? Function of x is the PMF. Already we know that that is the p into q to the power x. All right. Now see, x is equals to 0 to infinity for the first term. Now if we take out p and q square outside of this summation, then what are we left with? Let us see. P q square, then we are left with x into x minus 1. We have taken out this p and we were having x number of q's. Now if we take two q's outside, then what are we left with? A q to the power x minus 2, right? So q to the power x minus 2. All right. And the limit will change to x is equals to 1 to infinity. All right. Now for this part, you need to open the summation. If you open the summation, what do you get? Let us see. Pq to the power 2, and if you open the summation, first term is 1, so 1 into 1 minus, see here, 1 into 1 minus 1, q to the power 1 minus 2. Now this part is what? 0. So anything multiplied with 0 is 0, so we can directly write 0. Then the next term is 2, right? So 2 into 2 minus 1, q to the power x minus 2. Now see, this is what? 2 into 1 into q to the power. This is what? X is what here? 2. So 2 minus 2 is 0. So q to the power 0 is 1. So basically the second term will be 2. Okay. Now for the third term, which is x equals to 3, what will you write? 3 into 3 minus 1, q to the power x minus 2, right? And x is what? 3 here. All right. So here this is what? 3 into 2, right? 3 into 2 is 6 and q to the power 1. So it is only q, right? So this is third term will be 6q. 6q. And the next term will be what? 12q square, according to the pattern of binomial expansion which I have just told you. 12q square, and it goes on like this. Okay, you don't need to write further terms. So next we can identify this binomial expansion. So we can we can find identify it once we can take out the 2 outside, like if we take common. Okay, see, if we take common, then what are we left with? Let us see. Pq to the power 2, and if we take 2 outside, then we are left with 0 plus 1 plus 3q plus 6q square, and it goes on. Now, sorry. Yes. Now, can you identify this with this formula, right? 1 minus 6, 1 minus x to the power minus 3. So, what is the x here? This is the q. So, you can write 2pq square 1 minus q to the power minus 3. Now, what is 1 minus q? You can write it as a note here, since 1 minus q is equals to p. You can write it in the next line, 2pq square into p to the power minus 3. Now, what is p to the power minus 3? It is 2pq square divided by p to the power 3, right? Now, if you cancel the p's out here, the first p and this will be p square. Okay, so what are we left with? 2q square p square. This is what we are left with. Sorry, no arrow. Okay, so basically this is the first term which we have got for the variance. Now we need expectation of x square. Now what will be that? Let us see. Expectation of x square. Now I have already told you how will we write this x square. X square can be written as x into x minus 1 plus x. So this will be what? Expectation of x into x minus 1 plus x, right? So if we break down the terms of this with this expectation, then what are we left with? Expectation of x into x minus 1 plus expectation of x, right? Now if we already know what is the expectation of x into x minus 1, that is the x factorial 2, right? So we got that to be 2q square by p square. So we will put that here, 2q square by p square, right? And what is the expectation of x? That we already know, that is the mean of this random variable, which is the q by p. Q by p. Now we have got the expectation of x factorial 2, and we have also got the expectation of x square. Now we should have no difficulty in finding the variance, right? So let us find the variance. So no, let me write it with blue color only. Variance. Now see, variance will be, we denote it as variance of x. Here the formula is what? Expectation of x square minus expectation of x's whole squared. That is the formula, right? Now we already know this part and this part, then we put this into the formula. Then we get 2q square by p square plus q by p minus q by p whole square. That is the mean, right? So if you do the whole square, then you get what? 2q square by p square plus q by p minus q square by p square. All right, you can directly subtract this part and this part, right? And you can also, if you do it, if you want to do it more directly, then you can do what? Take the LCM altogether. Okay, just do it in one line. That is 2q square plus p into q minus q square. Okay, now 2q square minus q square is what? Q square. So q square plus pq, we are left with q square plus pq divided by p square, right? Now here you can see we can take one q common and we get q plus p, right? Q plus p divided by p square. Now we already know what is the probability of success plus the probability of failure. It is complement to each other, right? So it will be 1. So p plus q is equals to 1 and we are left with q by p square. So you can write, since q plus p is equals to 1, we can write that q divided by p square, and that is our variance. Okay, so is this clear? Today we talked about what is geometry distribution, right? And we have discussed the parameters of it, which is the n, which is the p, all right? And we discussed what is the PMF, which is p into q to the power x. Let us see. And we also understood what does the x denote here. X denotes the first number of failures before the first success. And we discussed what is the mean of geometric distribution. Then we discussed what is the, see here, the variance of geometry distribution, and we have also discussed some useful formulas of binomial expansion, right? And so that is all for geometry distribution. In the next class we're gonna do lots of questions on geometry distribution, which is very important for exams. So yes, thank you for watching, and yes, I've uploaded the notes in my blog, which is under the random variable page only, and I have uploaded it already. So yes, you can check that out. And yes, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.